Why did I choose Vulcan 7 as a power dialer to use as a brand new agent, and how did it help me get to 6 figures in only 16 months? Stick around because that's what we're covering today. So as a new real estate agent, I quickly learned that people don't just call you as soon as you get your license. It doesn't go into the phone book and now you're the real estate agent everybody calls, which for some reason I kind of thought it would go like that. If you want to grow a real estate business fast, you have to do some active lead generation. So I started digging in, finding out what is it that people are doing, how are people getting listings and buyers and clients to work with to have this amazing income that I got into real estate for. Very quickly I realized that majority of these methods take a lot of money and a lot of time to implement and start to see the results. What didn't take so much money and time was prospecting. So I dove in head first and I started calling expireds for sale by owners, circle prospecting. I had no script, I had no idea what I was doing. I would get them off of the MLS, I'd find the expireds of the day, then I'd search them on white pages or 411.net and try and find these people to reach out with no script and convince them to work with me. I convinced absolutely zero to work with me during that time. Day after day, month after month, I'm sitting here calling, trying to figure this stuff out. I could not do it. Finally, I started getting into some training at my office in my local brokerage and figuring out what is it that other agents are doing to go generate leads and listings from expireds for sale by owners and so on. I quickly realized that they're not hand dialing these numbers, they're actually using a power dialer of sorts. And they're buying the data from different sources as opposed to looking each individual expired up one by one on the MLS. So, joke was on me. So I started to do some research. Okay, where am I gonna buy my leads? Where am I gonna get a dialer? Where am I gonna get all this stuff? And I tried multiple different options. I tried the Red X, which was all right. It had a lot of data. Unfortunately, it wasn't very accurate. Then we had a conference come to our town where they were talking about how to do expireds and for sale by owners and all that stuff. And they gave us a free trial of Arch Agent, which again, I tried and that was, it didn't work. Their interface wasn't there. I don't even know if they're still in business these days. So after constantly trying different thing after different thing and having lackluster results to say the least, I decided to start looking at what the other agents in my office were doing and what the other agents in the country were doing. Where were they getting their leads? What dialer were they using? And it really came down to two different ones that were popular at the time, Mojo and Vulcan 7. So as I dug in, I started to realize that a lot of the agents were using Mojo for their triple line dialer feature. But what they were also doing is paying for Vulcan 7's data. So apparently Vulcan 7 had the best data. Now, when I got started, I had barely any money to put into this business. I wasn't prepared to start a business. I thought, again, I'd become a real estate agent and just make a lot of money. So I continued down the path of paying for cheap leads from another source and dialing them one by hand. Soon realizing that this just was not going to be competitive in my market because by the time I got to lead number 5, the other agents in the market had called 15 to 50 leads already. So with not having a lot of budget to work with and knowing that I had to do something, I dove in with Vulcan 7. And I still remember the first text that I sent one of the top agents in our office after I tried Vulcan 7. I said, these are the Glengarry leads. These are gold. It was such a difference from what I had been used to. I started making connections with people right away. People were answering the phone. I was calling through so much faster because I was using a power dialer as opposed to one by one. And then they were answering the phone. I was getting people's numbers, the real owners. I was getting their numbers. And if I wasn't getting theirs, I would get somebody that knew them who would then give me their number. This was amazing. Now, I've said this before and I'll say it again. If you are killing it with expireds, you should be using multiple different systems. That way you're pulling in leads from multiple systems and you're not missing any of the potential expireds because no one system gets all of them. But out of all the systems that I've tried, Vulcan 7 gave me the most accurate numbers. It gave me the most numbers in my area, and a lot of the agents that I talked to around the country, a lot of the top agents in the brokerage I was with at the time, were also using it and saying the same thing. So of course, I highly recommend that you use it. So not only does Vulcan 7 have all that amazing data, they also have, like I said, a power dialer that works amazing. It's my favorite dialer to use by far. And their data inside their user interface can be used as a CRM, which saves you a ton of money as well. After weeks and months of trial and error, trying this product and that product without a lot of budget to spare, I can fully recommend Vulcan 7 if you are getting started with expireds, or FSBOs, or if you've been doing it for a while and you want to take it to the next level. So there's a special promotion for anybody who is new to Vulcan 7 and wants to try it out. You can click the link down below in the description. Go check that out. It's a great deal and I highly recommend you use it. And of course, if you've enjoyed this video, please do me a favor, hit the subscribe button or the like button, the bell, and leave a comment and let me know that you enjoyed this. And if Vulcan 7 is killing it in your market, let me know in the comments down below as well.